I'm Prof. Maphula, based at the University of Venda in the Faculty of Health Sciences, Department of Psychology. I'm a qualified clinical psychologist, and my journey to become a psychologist dates back to my secondary years. I loved people. I was passionate about helping others. I was always advising and providing support for others. So I decided, let me be a psychologist, and this would work for me because I enjoy it. And I'm a rural village girl, raised at Chibale, Romondo. I went to, rural schools, Beremu Primary, Chiweza Primary, and Makakabale Secondary School. And, as a village girl, I also had a dream. I dreamt to become successful. I loved, just thinking about me being successful. And, I appreciate my parents because they laid a very, solid foundation regarding education. They always would utter statements like, education is your first husband. And I ran with that to say, education shall be my first husband. Now, if we are to talk about, nuggets for success during this Women's Month, I would like to say, whether you are a young woman who is studying secondary school, or maybe you are a young woman at the varsity level, tertiary, higher learning space, or whether you are a, middle age where you might have dropped out, maybe you are not employed, or whether you are successful at what you are doing, you are a professional woman, my discussion will say it begins with the self. And for me, the main ingredient is self-confidence. Self-confidence would allow every woman, to know their capabilities, to know their abilities, to know their strength. And such confidence also helps, to overcome the challenges, to overcome setbacks, And I think it's important, and it's high time that women pride themselves in self-confidence. It must not be taken negatively, because wherever a woman is confident lies so many opportunities, because this person will be able to stand firm when challenges comes. They will stand their ground for what they believe in. And I think many women, at the end of the day, we end up, agreeing to things that we don't want because we are not confident about what we want. Self-confidence will allow the woman to set her goals so clearly, actionable actions that, bring solutions. And it allows this person to say, these are my short-term goals, these are my long-term goals, and you are sure what you want to do and when. Now, I think this ingredient of self-confidence also will alleviate, tendencies to have self-negative talks, where we allow people to tell us, your auntie never made it, your mother never made it, your father was like this and that, he was a failure. And you end up, in this umbrella discussion that, your family cannot make it. You can be the first one to break through. You can be the first doctor in your family. You can be the first of them all. And you can set a pace so then the next generation then can now change the narrative and say, look at so and so. If she made it, then we can make it. Now, I think the second ingredient that I always say it's important for me, it's, just learning to embrace failure, learning to embrace, setbacks. Sometimes people want to succeed at a particular time. If my peers are making it, I'm also be there. I must also be like them. The level at which my peer is, I must also be there. And sometimes on the way, we have so many setbacks. I will give an example with girls. There are girls who will miss classes because of period pains every month. It's not by choice, but the health does not agree for them to be, to go to school or to go and attend a class at that time. Those are setbacks. You miss content, but at the same time, you need to strategize to say, what do I do because I have this situation? So I think self-confidence will allow one to also, be able to say, I have this setback, but I can plan ahead and make sure that next time I do better. And setbacks are actually, learning opportunities, because they allow us to say you have failed the first time. So when you do it the second time, you improve from what you've done. We learn from our mistakes. And I also agree that, women are pressed with so much. Some are wives, a mother at the same time. They must also take care in the community and participate. And in addition to that, we have to develop ourselves. The four things are looking at this person who will always put herself last in the queue. And if you put yourself first, people will call you selfish. And at the end of the day, we learn, to live with this, tendency to put ourselves last every single time. And I think it's important as women that we stand up and learn to say, it's okay to take care of yourself, because if you don't develop yourself, then who will develop you? And I think the third component of what I'm talking about also speaks to acknowledging that we need to balance our well-being and our mental health. If health stops, everything stops. Now, if we don't take care of ourselves and our mental health, what will happen is we slow down, we are stressed, overwhelmed, then we are depressed, then we can never reach that quality life that we wish for. And as I say, we are unique. Each and every one of us is unique. Each and every one of us has a call. Each and every one of us can achieve what they want. The only thing that is needed is we need to acknowledge that, there are times where things won't work or work according to the plan. We don't have to sit and say, I give up. We don't have to listen to the voices that are saying we cannot make it. We need to know and be very selective in terms of who do we listen to, who are we associating ourselves with. And this also speaks to support systems. Support system could be your friends, it could be your family members, it could be a mentor who will uplift you when you are down, who will say, no, I'm rallying behind you. A family member or a friend who would say, I'm standing with you, you are not alone. But you see, women, because we have tendencies just to put ourselves last. We are sometimes in relationships that are so toxic that it teaches us now not to believe in ourselves. And at the end of the day, one would sit depressed because somebody told them you can't make it. I mean, we have many business women who have never become one because people told them, your uncle tried and failed. You are not your uncle. You are not your mother. You are not your father. You are yourself. And the moment we acknowledge and believe that we are ourselves, even the support that we get will be very selective. If a relationship is not working, you don't have to stay there because, I knew this person since my childhood. If now I let go, they would say I've changed. Change is good. Sometimes these relationships are slowing us down and we are depressed because of this relationship, because the maintenance now is too high. The level is too high. And I think it's important to also learn as women that we can say yes and we can also say no, because no, it's also an answer. Many people are comfortable to say yes because it is associated with positivity. But when you say no, it's like, you hear people saying, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's why I just said yes. But you are saying yes, that is nested within a very serious no. Now, a no is an answer, and we need to learn that a no is an answer. It's also an answer. And as women, I think it's important to balance. Let's balance what we are doing. If you have a course, you're a young lady at a university, at a college, technical, balance everything. Balance your life, balance the studies, balance self-care, balance your well-being, your mental health. When you need help, seek for help. You need to speak up because your body will give you signals to say you are not okay. Take care. Ensure that you are intentionally taking care of your mental health. And I think it's important. Sometimes you find you are failing a module and it's giving you problems. Now you want to change a course. You are saying, I want to give up. I'm here to say, failure is not final. You can do it even when you have failed that module 2 times. Try the third time. It might be, one lucky third time, and you're out. And then you finish your degree. Some people would register. Once they miss 2 assignments, they're dropping. They don't even deregister. They just pay the money and say, I will register next year. And this has been a trend. Some people are saying, Prof, I do not even have anything. You can do a certificate. Maybe you don't have to even do a certificate. Maybe you need to associate with a woman who is so positive that they will allow you to grow in a space where you are so talented, and you will make money from there. And what I'm saying is, we just have to embrace the dreams that we have inside us. It doesn't matter who believes in them. It doesn't matter who says what. It doesn't matter where we stay. It doesn't matter who raised us. It doesn't matter what is happening with our family members. We need to believe in our own dreams and stand for them. Stand firm for your dreams. Defend your dream. Know that if it is a reality for you, that vision can be accomplished as long as you believe in yourself. So women, we need to start believing in ourselves. Self-doubt, no more. We must affirm ourselves to say we can make it through challenges. We can make it through setbacks, even if it takes us the whole year. Let's not compare ourselves with anyone. And I think in addition to all of this, for me, what spoke volume is that I also believe in God. He was there all the way, daily, every minute, every second. And I would pray, Lord, help me. I would write letters to the Lord, please help me. And I think it's important to ground yourself in the Lord. If you believe in God, ground yourself there. And success, honestly, it's about you believing in yourself, you not doubting yourself, standing up when standing, it's painful. Standing up when no one stands with you, standing up when everybody speaks negative about your success or about your endeavors, standing up and say, I'm gonna push. If it's a setback in a business, I'm gonna push, because many people have succeeded against all odds, and you can too. So my message to all women, young women, older women, everybody, let's take care of ourselves as women, and let's learn to embrace our dreams and run for them. Let's learn to believe in ourselves from within, that nothing can stop us. And we must, ask for help. Go to positive people whom you know will support you. Don't sit when it's, painful, and you just say, what could I do? I had nobody else. There surely is someone who can help you. You must just stand up and make steps. Go speak to that person. And I'm saying, during Women's Month, let's all stand together. Let's not pull each other down, but let's support each other as women. And young women must be supported by older women. Let's not look at each other as if we are competing. It is important to ground yourself, know your dream, set clear goals, go after your dream without holding back. You have the capacity, you have the ability, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can accomplish it. No matter what. Obstacles are the spice of life. They will be there always. But you can navigate yourself through those until you reach your dream. So my message would be, never give up. Believe in yourself. You are worth it. You can do it as a woman. You don't have to, compare yourself with anyone. You are you, and as unique as you are, follow your dream. Go after it. Run if it requires running. Stand firm without fainting. Know that you have it inside you to succeed.
Psychology at the University of India. I've been part of the Division of Research and Methodology as well as the Climate, Environment and Psychology Division of SISA. I'm going to talk to you a bit about who I am and what inspires me today. I come from a background where I grew up in Mitchell's Plain, Cape Town, and I am who I am today because of my parents and the values they instilled in me to work hard and to care for others, and uh, is those values that have been the underlying driving force to push me towards trying to achieve the best that I can. And so, yeah, um, even though as people we grow up and we can attest to all the good things that our parents have done, we also experience things that are not necessarily good. So as a child, I also experienced my parents um, being violent towards each other, and it's those experiences that have also shaped me as a person. So I saw um, not very positive male role models in my community, and because of that, I internalized that I needed to find a way to be self-sufficient and be able to do things for myself, because I just didn't see many happy marriages or a lot of good things happening in the relationships. And I think it's that experience that was really something that made me want to not give up and work hard. And so when I was in matric, things were really bad at home, and I was going to give up on studying further. I didn't see any point to it. And fortunately, I had my English teacher and my brother who helped me to see that just because things are bad at home doesn't mean that I shouldn't try and work hard for my own future. So I applied to UWC to study a bachelor's degree in psychology, and the last few months of matric, I really worked hard and passed well enough to get into university. And so um, the first few months, 3 or 4 months, I was working at ShopRite. I've been working, um, I started working at ShopRite since grade 10. And I used to pay for my own traveling and various other things that I needed. And so when I was at university, I used to pay my tuition from my ShopRite money, which I earned like 132 Rand for a weekend. And so somehow I ended up walking into the NSFAS office and spoke to someone, and they said that I actually qualified for NSFAS bursary loan. And if it wasn't for the bursary loan, I don't think my ShopRite money would have been sufficient to pay for my studies. So that was the really the start of my career. I ended up in completing my bachelor's degree at a 72% average, and that allowed me then to apply for my master's in research psychology. And after that, I got into my PhD, which I'm currently doing at UJ. And it is my husband and his mother and my extended family that provided a lot of emotional support for me to be where I am today. And if I reflect back on what I can tell someone else um, who's going through a really tough time, I would say, it's not where you come from that determines where you're going. Your experiences are your experiences, and that will shape you. But find a goal in yourself that is meaningful to you. Work for that goal no matter what. Obviously, ethically, do what is good for yourself and others. And never give up no matter how hard things are. So, yeah, that's the message. Thank you.